more guys that can move around. Charles was actually pretty good at it.
Your personnel forced you to play slower last year, wasn't it?
I think it was a lot of things, really.
Depth,
it would take
inexperience.
Yeah, inexperience was probably more than any. We could probably sit here for the most part of the night and talk about it. But we want to play a little bit faster. We don't want to. We're not going to fastball every time. I think that's obvious. But we want to be efficient. And so at times when we do play fast, we want to be able to execute.
But some of that was to protect your defense because they were down to nobody last year.
At times, every game was a little bit different mentality-wise.
Right.
And so you got to take, and as a head coach, not as much me, but as a head coach, you got to take all three sides into account, And so decisions are going to get made based on three different areas of football. And so right now we're trying to mix up some various tempos and it's hard because of the quarterback spinning a little bit, and we got some young guys that are spinning a little bit, but that's what spring's for. I think that there's trial and error, and it's the only way you learn things is do it, mess up, and hopefully at some point you get it by spaced repetition.
How much did you accomplish today, Coach?
I don't know. What do you think? Did it look like we did?
Yeah, it's the quarterback's going to be the big key, but we have 2 or 3 of those vying, right?
Well, we had the one thing that we got accomplished today is we got about 40 reps a team, and that's what we got. And so it's hard to tell until you watch film or whatnot, but I think we did. As far as, and that's what I was telling these guys before, our running back showed some signs. We made some plays in the run game. I think in the pass game we was very poor today. And so, and a lot of that has to do with day you're on too. And we got a rotation of plays, and sometimes it lands on a day that's not really great for it. So, not to make excuses, but that we need to do better in the pass game.
Is this a win-win though, that people here got to see you on a practice, and then you got your kids in a different environment, and maybe got them out to do something different than you would normally?
I think so. I think having practices away, when that idea popped up,
whenever you're ready.
Smart.
Well, whenever he's ready.
You got, especially for the state, it's so Mountaineers, So you go up north and have a practice, go south and have practice, and that way more people can see it. Hopefully we put a good product on the field today. I don't know if we did or not.
Kids got an opportunity though to get on the bus and do something different than they would normally.
It breaks the monotony. Yeah. It shouldn't be monotonous right now. Heck, we've only had 4 practices, and so it was more for the fans, and than it was really for us. And I think it was a good way to connect.
So how much do you guys take out of the fact that last year, even though you had a losing season,
what was the record?
I don't remember, something like.
That was the point, right?
1 in 133. But felt like 1 in 133. But
it felt like that for you. What do you think it felt like for me?
How many? There were so many games where one thing, even a lucky bounce on a ball or something like that, decided that it could have been a bit of sin. Do you guys take anything out of that, or?
Well, you try to focus on, like what you said, there was a couple, if you really look at the season breakdown, our turnover margin in games that we won were great. We won it. In games that we lost, like Texas game, we were 5-2. You ain't gonna win many games like that. We were lucky as hell to have it that close, being 5-2 in my opinion.